Massive Powerball jackpot. The prize is an estimated $1 billion.
The grand prize is up to $1.9 billion.
Yeah! Who won the lottery? I did!
The lottery. They all seem the same. Pick a few numbers and hope when the drawing comes that yours are the ones chosen. But where did this idea of one lucky person come from? The first recorded evidence of a lottery are Keno slips. Keno originated in China and is attributed to helping raise funds for the Great Wall of China. Keno is a lottery-like gambling game often played at casinos. The players have to choose numbers 1 through 80, and after they place a bet, 20 numbers are drawn at random. The odds of winning all numbers in Keno is this. That is over 3 quintillion. The first actually recorded lotteries to offer tickets for sale with cash prizes were held in the Low Countries. The Italians held a lottery in 1449 in Milan organized by the Golden Ambrosian Republic to finance a war against the state of Venice. The Dutch, famous for their money-making and economic strategies, would of course be a pioneer in the modern form of lottery. In the newly birthed Netherlands, it was quite typical to organize them to collect money for the poor or to raise funds for the wide range of public interests. Lotteries were quite successful because the game mechanics involved and were seen as a harmless form of taxation. The oldest running lottery today is still the Dutch state-owned lottery started in 1726. The English word lottery is derived from the Dutch noun lot, meaning fate. The English started their own lotto in the year 1566, which was basically used at the time as a short 3-year bond to take a loan from its citizens. Even the young colony of Jamestown, aka Little America, was funded through the private lotteries partly. The last government lottery for England was held in 1826. America, however, wouldn't kick its gambling addiction so easily. In 1612, the Virginia Company of London raised money to help establish Jamestown. Between 1744 and 1776, it was estimated that over 200 lotteries would be sanctioned to finance roads, libraries, churches, colleges, canals, bridges, basically every bit of public infrastructure needed. Princeton and Columbia universities were financed by lottery. Before the U.S., the Commonwealth of Massachusetts raised money for the expedition against Canada. Benjamin Franklin organized a lottery to defend Philadelphia. Even George Washington slapped his name onto one, even though it was unsuccessful. A ticket from his sold for $15,000 in 2007, or $21,559 in today's money. After the Revolutionary War, a lot of the public projects that were rebuilt were funded through lotteries.
Say, Wanani, I was by your house last night, and guess what happened? What happened, Mom? Your grandma was playing the numbers. Well, you just finding that out? Well, what do you know?
In the 1800s, gambling as a whole had been outlawed practically anywhere that had been well established in the country, converting it into an underground event. There was an illegal numbers game known as playing policy. It ran in New York City, which was considered to be the lowest, meanest, worst form of gambling. These cheap tickets could be purchased for just a penny and were known to prey on low-income and working-class individuals. The policy banks where the winnings could be cashed in typically paid out in 600 to 1 odds, but the odds of winning were 1,000 to 1. That encouraged racketeers to go out and sell as many tickets as they could because of the large amount of profit to be made. The first U.S. government-sanctioned lottery wouldn't be established until 1934 in Puerto Rico. It would take another 30 years in 1964 that it would hit the mainland, and New Hampshire would be the first to adopt one. Larry Pickett, a politician at the time, had proposed the idea 5 times over the previous decade. Initially, the numbers were based on horse races rather than simply drawing balls to avoid scrutiny and avoid violating U.S. anti-lottery statutes at the time. Tickets were mostly sold in liquor stores. Known as the Sweepstakes Commission, its first members were sworn into office in 1963. The members are nominated by the governor of New Hampshire for 3-year terms and must be approved by his council. That leads us to today. The modern Powerball had its inaugural drawing on April 19, 1992, an event that would quickly be overshadowed by the same turmoil of today. It would take until 2017 for fraud in the industry to come to light with the Hot Lotto scandal. Eddie Raymond Tipton, the information security director of the Multi-State Lottery Association, confessed to rigging a random number generator that he and 2 others used in multiple cases of fraud against state lotteries. Alexander Hamilton, the author of the Constitution, once wrote, "Everybody will be willing to hazard a trifling sum for the chance of considerable gain, and would prefer a small chance of winning a great deal to a great chance of winning little." I doubt he could have predicted the amount of pressure that would truly come to contest the legitimacy of the game at a large scale like the United States has. So what do? Well, I for one don't care much for grandma's social security money to go back to the state and then shipped off to some lucky winner in California. A huge problem with having a population disparity between 90% of the country is that the tax money no longer truly benefits the community. The gas station companies that sell them aren't reinvesting in your community. In the lower population states, chances of winning are slim. I proposed a local community lottery based on either the county or the city level that would guarantee the money stays in the local area. Then the local governments could take the tax money from it and decide what projects to use the money for, like lottery's original intention. It may be a tax on the stupid or gaming addicted, but it shouldn't siphon money away from the community. Thanks for watching.